Today we are back in Sprocket, and I'm going to be showing you guys 1. How to make a tracked mine, and 2. How fun a tracked mine actually is. So let's go ahead and jump straight into this and build something along the lines of a Goliath. Let's go. Alright, so there are certain things that you just can't really do when you're building a tracked mine. Realistically, you can't actually fit a person inside the tank, although if you made it long enough, you totally could. You also can't have a very tall tank, because if it's too tall, it won't be able to drive underneath the enemies and explode them. So, let's go ahead and make this thing relatively tiny. We'll drop it down, we'll actually drop all of it down, and we'll make the tracks very small too, and then I guess we'll start mounting the gun. Alright, so I've lowered this all the way down to there. I will actually raise it up slightly from there because we can. We're then going to go to crew. We don't actually need 4 crew, we just need 1. That is going to be the driver, the gunner, the loader, and the commander. Yes, they're going to do literally every job. It's not like they're going to get out of this alive anyway. So let's go ahead and drop this back. We're going to make this come forwards as well. And we're going to have to make everything here tiny in order for it to all fit. So let me quickly do that, and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, so there we go. I've made them very skinny, and I've made them a lot smaller than they were, which is kind of cool. What I'm now going to do is actually fit this to be the same shape, kind of, as the actual tracks. So let's quickly do that. Alright, so it still looks a little bit strange, but that is what we're gonna go with, I think. I might actually bring it all down slightly as well, because otherwise I think it might actually still be too tall. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drop these guys down quite a lot like so, and although the mounts are showing through, I think that's gonna be fine. Oh, and I do think it is a little bit chunky sideways, so I'm going to go ahead and skinny it up a little bit. Yes, we're going to go to the tracks. We're going to skinny those up a little bit too, so they're actually all the way in. And that's fine by me. Alright, good. So, in order for this to work, we need a driver's view. So let's go ahead and just shove one of these on there, wherever. Kind of like this will probably do. I'll actually just chuck it down in there. And there we go. This thing can drive. That is awesome. So the vessel is already there. Now all we need to do is add a gun, add a little bit of armor, and then we are ready to destroy some enemies. So you might be wondering how it works in Sprocket because there are no explosives. Well, the way that it works is you have to put a cannon on a mount that is pointed upwards. That's the only way of actually doing it. So let's go to compartments really quickly, go to turrets, grab a turret like this one, shove it on there, make the diameter of it very small, and then if we select all of it, by doing this, we should be able to make this very small like this, and very small like this. There we sort of go. Excellent. And then all we gotta do is push this one down, and that is it. We've got a very, very, very small turret. What we do from there is we actually put constraints on this, so it can't actually turn, and then we roll it over backwards, and that's actually pretty much it. So grab this piece, roll it over backwards like this, and all we gotta do is attach a gun to that, and that's it. Should be good. So let's grab ourselves a mantlet really fast. Yes, doesn't matter which one of these it actually is. I usually go for this one for some reason, but you don't have to. So yeah, I'm actually gonna go for that one again, and I'm gonna make it as small as I possibly can before attaching it on there. So that is literally as small as it'll go. That is pretty awesome. It might be sticking out the bottom, but in this case, it's not. Interesting. So, from here, you can figure out how big the gun you actually want to be is. That was not a sentence. So, you just have to figure out how big you want the actual cannon to be, and just shove it on there. So, currently it's 75 mil. We're going to go all the way up to 250, and the propellant length is going to be, I don't know, it doesn't really matter, because it's going to destroy it anyway. The actual barrel length is going to come all the way down to be 0.1. Which is still a little bit, you know, protruding, a little bit high, but that should be fine. What you then want to do is make sure that this doesn't move. So if you go to the mount, make sure the torque is pretty much 0, and then make sure that the actual angle in the constraints is 0 and 0 as well. So now when you drive, oh, this becomes a bit of an issue. because if you've only got one guy in here, this is definitely an issue. But I'm going to go ahead and shove this on here as well. We need a gunner's sight in order to actually shoot. Shove a gunner's sight right there. And I'm actually going to go ahead and add another crew member. Sometimes you don't have to do this, sometimes you do. So we'll add a crew member that is going to be the driver. And now we've got two guys. One is driving, one is gunning. Okay, so far so good. Remember, we're not worried about, like, space constraints on this at all because, yes, it's a tracked mine. Realistically, it could be remote controlled, but in the game, you can't do that. So, let's go ahead and get ourselves some ammunition, see if it'll actually fit in here. And, again, realistically, space constraints don't matter. And, what's the likelihood of actually being able to reload this? Probably not high, but that's only a minute reload time. Not bad. Okay, so when it comes to driving, let's go ahead and drive it around and see if we can fire without dying. Fire in 3, 2, 1. Now we die straight away. That's not good. So I think the thing that might actually fix that is if we lower the propellant length. Nope, that is not true. That is not true. What if we actually raise the gun away? Nah, okay, that doesn't work either. All right, lower it down and we'll increase the length of the barrel. 3, 2, 1. Yes, there we go. That actually totally works. All right, I want to make that as low as I can before we end up actually exploding ourselves, obviously. So we don't want to explode ourselves. That works. That is good enough for me. Okay, so in theory now we actually have a working tracked mine, but it doesn't really look too good. So I'm going to spend a little tiny bit of time making it look a little bit nicer, and then I'll come back to you guys once we add some armor, and then we'll send it into action. Also, something that's actually really bugging me is how big this suspension is. So let's go to mobility straight away, go to config, scale is going to come all the way down, and actually that might have messed with everything. But if we do the rest angle a little bit taller, that should actually fix things. Oh, that's actually really good. Alright, yeah. So I'm going to add some decoration, and I'll be back with you guys in a second. And there it is. This is our ready-to-go tracked mine, and I think it's gonna work out. Although it does say that there is currently no gunner's sight, so I need to fix that. But once we fix that, everything should be fine. At least I hope so. So gunner's sight here, yes. If I can shove it on there, yep, that works. Alright, off we go. We are now ready to destroy enemies. As long as they're tall enough for us to fit under. Oh wait, actually no. We need some armor. Yes. Alright, so what we're going to do is go to faces. We're going to select all of the frontal faces. Yes, all of these. And we're going to go to maximum. There we go. Alright, good. I might as well actually put some armor on the sides too. And that's only going to be like 70 degrees. Or 70 mil, I should say. At the back, 35. On the top, 30, 40. That works. And our tank still drives. Again, space isn't a problem. So let's go to engine and make that a little bit better too. 16 cylinders. This thing should fly. Yeah! Alright, beautiful. Let's go against some enemies. Okay, so our first enemy that we're actually going up against is a TOG-2. Now, the issue with a TOG-2 and a vehicle like this one is that a TOG-2... Oh, I made it across. It's actually not very close to the ground. Oh, no. It's too close to the ground is what I meant to say. So actually trying to get underneath an enemy like this one is actually pretty difficult to do. Unless you are powerful and strong enough to do so. So let's go ahead and ram this thing as hard as we can, essentially. And there we go. 3, 2, 1. He's dead. Nice. Alright, so maybe we can't actually get under a TOG-2 very easily. However, I've just spawned in another enemy, this guy right here, who is an 18.5 ton French tank. We're just going to drive straight underneath him, we're going to shoot him, and he's going to die. That's literally what's going to happen. Here we go. See ya! There we go, nice! And realistically, we are actually still alive. We have a reload time, and if we reloaded, we could shoot again and kill another enemy. But now it's time for the actual boss tank. Of course it is. So this is the King Tiger. We're going to drive straight towards him. We just tanked a shot from him. And he is definitely high enough off the ground for us to kill. So let's do it. 3, 2, 1. There we go. And again, we are actually still alive. However, I might be stuck underneath the King Tiger. It's a bit heavy. And there we go. We actually did it. Beautiful. So that is how you sort of build one of these. Hopefully I showed you guys everything that you actually need to know. It's not really a tutorial as such, it's just a fun video that I wanted to do. So for now, thanks for watching, hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time, goodbye.